Hi, my name's David, and in the last video we showed you how to create, receive, and pay a buy transaction, show you how to create an expense, and also showed you how to create, assign a debit note and a prepayment in Deskera Books. In this video we're going to show you how to create, fulfill, and receive payment from a sell transaction, show you how to create a deposit, and also show you how to create and assign a credit note and advance payment in Deskera Books. So let's get started. Let's go to Sell. And inside here, I can see my quotes, invoice, and archive. I can see the number, contact, the quote date, due date, total amount, fulfillment, and quick action. Let's click New, and let's click New Quote. Now we're in the Create Quote page. Inside here, we can add a contact. So for example, John's Monitors. We can select our outlet, which is our custom field that we created earlier on. We can add in our products, such as, for example, monitor, laptop. We're going to add in also a laptop set. And we're going to add in milk, which is our batch product. We're going to update the quantity. Update the unit price. And we can go down here. We can also click this checkbox. This means that tax is already included in the unit price. So this is where you can activate it if you want. You can also add an attachment, put in a memo. You can go up here, you can click on custom field settings. You can choose the visibility. Is this visible or not? You can click more and you can select multi-currency options. Inside here you can select which currency you want. And if you want to change the exchange rate and update the currency. We also have the ability to manage. So inside here I can change all the labels. For example, if I don't deal with products and deal with services, I can click here, change the notes, change quantity to something else. Update the label for price, and also update the label for discount, and then I can save it. And you can see it's changed down here. Now if I go back to manage, I'm just going to change them all back and save it. And you can see it's been updated. After all that, I can click save and close. And you can see my quote has been created. I can also click on 3 dots and I can edit it. And under more, I can also activate reserve stock. What this does is I can click here. I can add a warehouse and I can see the total available and reserved quantity, and I'm reserving it. So that way I'm saying that out of these 500 pieces, 10 are reserved for this order. I can also do this for my laptop. Select a serial number and then reserve it. And I can also do this for my batch products. Add stock, select the warehouse, select the batch, select the warehouse again, select the batch. That way I have enough stock to actually fulfill this order, and I'm reserving it specifically for this quote. So click reserve and you can see they're all green, and I can save. Next, let's go build our assembly product. Let's go click on products. Let's go click on build assemble. Let's enter the quantity here. Put in a memo. Click next. Let's go to quick action and allocate. Let's select the serial number. Allocate. And let's save. Let's go here, select the warehouse, select the quantity, and save. And let's click next. Inside here you can see the sequence number, and I can change it to custom number format or manually input it. Finished good name, finished good code, build date, quantity build, total available quantity after production, total cost to build, total cost per unit. Now let's select the warehouse I want to send this to. And let's click Save and Close. And you can see that it's been built. Next, let's click on Sell. Let's click on the three dots. And let's click Fulfill. And let's click Direct Fulfillment. Inside here, I want to click on this red icon to select which batches I want to fulfill for my milk. So let's add a batch. And you can see only the batches that I selected or reserved are shown here. Click Done. Select this one. Assign a serial number. I can see the serial number I selected. Click Assign. And click Done. And Fulfill. And now it's been fulfilled. Let's click Convert. And now my quote has been converted to an invoice. So let's click on Invoice. And I can see it here. Next, let's click on the three dots. And we can click on Set Recurring. We can also click on the invoice. Click on More. And also can set recurring here as well. So I can activate Set Recurring. I can choose the intervals, yearly, monthly, weekly, or custom. And then I can choose the number of days, weeks, or months it should recur. I'm going to select this as weekly. Select the first document date. Select the end date. I can also select here, never ends. Then I can click on Auto Send. Inside here I can see the sender name, the send to, the reply to, the invoice, email template, and inside here I can see the text body. And I can add placeholders. So for example, hi, contact name. And we have multiple placeholders here, such as username, invoice date, due amount, currency code, company name, invoice number. So you can just check and see which ones you want. You can also choose the template here. System configure template, document design template. I'll show you later on how to create your own templates in document design. I can also send a copy to myself, and I can save it. Recurring document. Recurring rule for this document has been saved successfully. Excellent. Next, let's go back to Quote, and let's click Create New, and let's create another quote. I'm just going to quickly add in a contact. John's Monitors, choose the outlet, add a line item. For example, I'm going to select mouse this time. I'm going to select the quantity. Then I'm going to click on More. Select multi-currency. This time I'm going to select Singapore dollars. Update. Save and close. Now I'm going to click here Convert. Inside here we have Fulfill and Convert. Convert fully. Convert partially. So what does this mean? Fulfill and convert. Fulfill this quotation in full before converting it into a full invoice. So this means that once I click Fulfill and Convert, all the quantity will be consumed, meaning it'll be taken as if it's been delivered, and it'll convert into an invoice. Convert fully. Convert this quote into a full invoice. This means it'll convert the entire quote into an invoice. Create a partial invoice from this quote. This means you can select the quantity from this quotation to convert into an invoice. I'm just going to close this. I'm going to click on the three dots, and I'm going to click Fulfill. Inside here we have Direct Fulfillment, Pick, Pack, Ship, and Drop Ship. For this one, I'm going to click Pick, Pack, Ship. Inside here I can see my quote, quantity sufficient, the contact name, created date, and ship by date. I can click the three dots and generate a pick list. Inside here I can select the warehouse, and I can click Save. I can go to Pick List. I click Pick. I can select the pick quantity, and I can click Save. Then I can click the three dots, and I can void it if I want to. Next I can click on Packing, and I can click Pack. Now inside here I can determine how many cartons I want. So for example, I can type in 10 and click Pack, and then I can add a new carton, and I can input the quantity again. For example, 10. I can click Pack, and then I can save. And now you can see it's packed. Now I can click on the three dots and click ready to ship. Now under my shipping list, I can see it's ready to ship, and I can click ship. I can select the type of delivery. Is it courier, pickup, or drop off? If I select courier, I can select the courier type: FedEx, UPS, USPS, DHL. I can put in the tracking number, box type. I can mark it as fragile. And I can choose the other carton as well here as well. So for example, maybe this is also courier, FedEx, tracking number, box type, mark as fragile, and I can save it. Next, I can click ship, and this time I can mark as shipped. I'm just marking carton 1, and I'm saving it. You can see it's partially shipped. I can click this again, and I can mark carton 2 as shipped. If I click here, I can see shipped and shipped here now. If I unclick this, you can see only carton 1 is shipped. I can save it. And I can see the status is now fully shipped. Now let's go back to sell. And let's click invoice. And let's click create new, a new invoice. We're going to add a contact. We're going to select an outlet. We're going to add a product. We're going to change the quantity. And as you can see, we have 9 stock available. I'm going to change this to 20. So I've selected more stock than what we have. The reason for this is we're going to create a back order. Next, I'm going to click Save and Close. And now it says quantity added is more than available quantity. Do you want to create a back order for this invoice? And we can click here, Save and Create Back Order. Now I'm at the purchase order screen. Inside here, I can add a contact. Select an outlet. Now you can see that the remaining quantity for that invoice is shown here. So I only had 9 available. The invoice was for 20. Now this is showing 11. So that way I'll be able to fulfill it. I can also change the quantity here if I want more stock. After that, I can click Save and Close. Then I can click here on the 3 dots, and I can receive the goods. Now if I go back to my cell, I can see here by this icon that this is a back order. Now that I have enough stock, I can click the 3 dots, and I can click Fulfill. Direct fulfillment. And just to show you, commit 10. It'll show partial here. Now if I click the 3 dots again and click Fulfill, I can fill the remainder. And now let's create one more invoice, but this time let's do drop ship. So let's go create invoice. Now inside here we can add a contact. Select our outlet. And I'm just going to click here yes from previous, so it automatically populates. And just to show you, we have something called in invoice set up payment. So if you click here, you connect to Stripe, you can click to PayPal. After you connect, an email through PayPal will be sent to the customer to make payment. Once the customer makes payment, it'll automatically update as paid in the system. We're going to click Not Applicable, and we're going to Save and Close. And we're going to just click Save. Next, we're going to click on the 3 dots, and we're going to click Fulfill. Now inside here, we're going to click Drop Ship. You have selected Drop Ship for this order document. You will create a purchase order for fulfillment of this order. Do you wish to continue? Yes. Now inside here, we select the vendor. We can choose the outlet, and you can see the quantity's already been selected here. We can update the unit price. Input a memo if we want to. We can go here and of course click multi-currency options, and if we want to we can change the currency. And if everything looks good, we can click Save and Close. And now our purchase order has been created. So let's go to Buy. Inside here, you can see the order that we just created. Next, let's click Bill. Let's go to Bills. Let's click the three dots, and let's click Receive Goods. And let's receive it. Next, let's go to Sell. Let's click the three dots, and let's click Fulfill. And let's fulfill it. Now, for whatever reason, if a customer wants to return a product to you, how do you do that? Well, you click the three dots, and you click Create Sales Return. Inside here, you can say where it's going to be shipped to, the return date, and this is where you can input the return quantity. So, for example, 10. And we can click Return. Now it says return goods have been added back to your selected warehouse. To refund, create a debit note or a direct expense for this contact. So you can click Direct Expense, Credit Note, or you can click Do It Later. Let's click Do It Later, as I'm going to show you how to create a credit note from the Accounting tab. So let's go to Accounting. Let's click on Credit Note. And let's click Create Credit Note. Inside here, I can click on my contact. So Marie's Keyboards. I can add an account. Input the amount. Select the tax type. I can add a memo, attach a file, and I can click Save. Next, we can go to Accounting, and let's go to Deposit. Inside here, we can see the deposit number, contacts, journal entry, deposit to, payment date, tax amount, and amount paid. If you click the three dots, you're able to edit, copy, print, delete, click on the design, and view the custom fields. We're going to click on Create, and we're going to create a direct deposit. Inside here, we're going to add in a contact. For example, Marie's Keyboards, deposit to, payment method, reference number. We can select a fee account. So for example, maybe bank charges. Input the amount here. Add an account. Put in the amount. Any tax type. We can input a memo, attach a file, and we can click Save. Next, we can click Create, and we can do an advance payment. Inside here, I can select a contact. Marie's Keyboards. Deposit to which bank account? OCBC. Select the payment method, reference number. I can select a fee account if I want to. I can add an account. Input the amount. Select a tax type. Input a memo, attach a file, and I can save it. After that, I can go to Sell. And I can click Get Paid. Now inside here, I can activate or deactivate the payment details. If I want to, I can do a partial payment. And I can apply advance payment and a credit note. And I can select it and input the amount. So for example, maybe I only want to put in $50 here. And for this one, also only 50. After that, I can click Next. And I can receive. And you can see it's applied partially here to this invoice. Now if I click Get Paid again, I can select the deposit to. So for example, maybe I want to select OCBC Bank. The payment type, bank transfer. I can add any transaction fees. I can put in the reference number. and I'm going to apply the rest of the credit note. I'm going to click Next. I can see the bank transfer details, the amount, the adjusted amount, and I can click Receive. And I can click Close, and you'll see it's gone because it's now moved to Archived. And you can see it has been fully paid and fulfilled. Next, let's go to Invoice, and let's go and click Get Paid for John's monitors. Now inside here, I'm going to change the currency to SGD, and you'll notice the bank changes here because the currency determines the banks that you can select. Next, I'm going to select Undeposited Fund, Bank Transfer, put in the reference, and click Next. Now inside here, since my document currency was USD and the receiving currency is SGD, I have to put in the exchange rate, and I can update it to the number I want. After that, I can click Next, and I can click Receive. And then I can click Close. Next, let's do that again. So I'm going to click here under John's monitors and click Get Paid. I'm going to change the currency to SGD, and I'm going to click Undeposited Funds, select the type, put in the reference, click Next, and Receive. I'm going to close this. Then we're going to go to Accounting. We're going to go to Deposit, and we're going to click Create Bank Deposit. So since these funds were not deposited into the bank account, I can now see them here, and now I can choose which bank they should be deposited in. For example, OCBC. I can select the reference date, reference number, select both invoices, and click Save. And now the undeposited funds have been transferred to my OCBC bank account. Next, let's go back to Cell. Inside here, we're going to click on Marie's Keyboards. Then we're going to click on More. And this time, we're going to click Offset with Bills. Inside here, I can see the different bills and the total amount. I can just enter it here. So, for example, 112, and maybe also the 74.90. And then I can apply it. So now you can see bill offset here. And if for whatever reason, I can just click here to delete it. This applies to all your different types of transactions related to this invoice. For example, fulfillment, I can click delete here to remove the fulfillments, delete here to remove the return records, and click delete here to delete the offset bill. Now, if you want to send an email to your customer when an invoice is due, just to remind them to make payment, you can actually go here to Invoice Reminders and enable it. And this is where you can determine 1 day before, maybe 10 days before, 30 days before. And then I can also activate it here, and I can determine how many days after. So maybe 7 days after due date, and I want this to repeat every 30 days, 3 times in total. And I can change this, of course, maybe 5 times in total. It's up to you. And you can, of course, click Email Preview to preview the email here. And after that, I can click Save. Next, let's go to Contacts. And inside here, I can click on the 3 dots, and I can set Reminder here. And it says here, Enable Invoice Reminder for this contact. So for example, if I don't want specific contacts to receive a reminder, I can deactivate it here so they do not receive it. I can click Save. Just like if I click on the 3 dots for Marie Keyboards, set Reminder, you can see it's enabled. But for John's monitors, disabled. Next, let's go to Cell. Let's click on the 3 dots, and let's click on Design. Inside here, we can look at choosing a template, and you can see we have a lot of templates here to choose from. So let's choose, for example, this one. I can see the document type. I can rename it. I can choose the paper format. I can select the color. So for example, maybe I want red. I can choose a company logo. I can hide the company name, hide the company address, hide the bill to, click the pencil icon and change it. For example, maybe I want this called customer. Hide the ship to. Also, I can change the label if I want to. Change the currency. I can change the decimal places. Change the quantity decimal points. Hide the invoice number. Change the date format. Hide the due date. Hide the signature. Choose a file for the signature. Input the terms and conditions. And any notes. Just showing on a different template. You can see the terms and conditions here. Not all templates have them. And we can hide them here. We can go up and click on the pencil icon. I can change our line item table. For example, maybe I want serial number. I don't really need description. I want to show tax, don't want to show discount, and I want to relabel some information here. So for example, if I click on the pencil icon, I can relabel this to items. I change that to notes. And after that, I can click save. And you can see it's updated. After that, I can change the language. For example, we can have it changed to English, French, Spanish, Indonesian, Chinese, Hindi, Portuguese, German, Italian. So you can change it to whichever language you want, and after it's done, you click Save Template, you can click Save As, and you put in the template name. And then you can click Save. The template has been saved. You can close the window and go back to the Books application. Then you click OK. Close it, leave. You can click on the three dots, and then you can click on Print. Then go here to Document Design Template and select my keyboard template. Now it shows this information, and it doesn't look that great, so I probably want to go back and make some changes to this as well. For example, I probably want to close. Go back to my design. Alright, so inside here, the tax column looks like it's kind of smushed together, so we want to make it bigger. So we go here, and let's increase the column. And now that looks pretty good. And if you're having trouble seeing the columns, you can just scroll up to another template. So this is our template that we're using here. And click on this one, and then you can see all the columns here. And then you can look at adjusting. And after you're done adjusting, you can go back to your original template and select it. And then you can go and click Save Template and click Save. Save. Click OK, close this, leave, click on the three dots, and then click on Print. And now you can see when we click on Keyboard Template that the template has been updated. And that was a quick look at how to create, fulfill, and receive payments from a sell transaction, how to create a deposit, and how to create and assign credit notes and advance payments in Deskera Books.